tonight. Now, we told you that all eyes were on Group D, and they certainly were until the very end of that game between Marseille and Tottenham. Tottenham came from behind to win it very, very late on, and that means they have topped the group, which means they, of course, qualify in first position. And there's just confirmation of Liverpool's 2-0 win over Napoli. Those two have qualified. But let's look at the bigger picture. We knew coming into tonight that 12 teams had qualified for the round of 16, and now another 2 have been added to that mix in Frankfurt and Tottenham, and all the 4 English teams have qualified: Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea and Manchester City. So there's 2 spots that remain. Will it be Milan or Salzburg tomorrow night, or Leipzig?
Did you enjoy that?
I did. And I would have enjoyed the game even without the goals, even when they're obviously the important stuff. But we showed tonight a really good reaction. Being compact makes all the difference. It makes all the difference. All of a sudden we have the challenges in the right spaces. All of a sudden we are difficult to play against. And I think really if you see what Napoli is able to do in the moment, for that it was a really, really good game for us in our situation, our moment, and with the few issues. But boys played a good game. We just played a good game. Very what is that? A lot of courage. I saw the bravery, just go in the challenges, make a proper fight of it, and then 2 set pieces bring us to 3 points, and 15 points in the Champions League group is absolutely insane.
Yeah, considering the start. Is it too simple to say kind of back to basics? Is that too simple?
No, that's fine. I would consider that rather as a compliment, to be honest. If you saw that, that's what we have to do. That's the start for everything, and so from that point of view, I was really happy with the performance.
Yeah, Mo talked about trying to recover the ball quickly. That's a Liverpool trait, huh?
Yeah, that's important, of course, as well. But it's not always because you only can recover the ball quickly after you lose it. But there are other situations when they have their build-up, and it's a real football playing side. You have to be compact. In the first game, we were just in the first game against Napoli. We were just much too wide. No patience, nothing, and just tried to push through what we wanted, and then didn't react on what they did. And that was obviously much better tonight. And so I'm really happy.
You mentioned before the match that Curtis would have to work hard in a strange position. He worked pretty hard.
Yeah, he did. He played a good game. He played a really good game in both directions. I liked him, how he was involved in all our defending stuff. How the wings are responsible for keeping it together. So that's how it is. If they are too early out, then we are exposed. We cannot do that. Again, especially the quality opponents we face constantly. So yeah, he did well.
Yeah, 3 goals, 1 given, or 1 not given, 2 given for you. From a manager on the sidelines, is that weight? Is it tough?
I heard it was some technical issues.
Yeah, it took a long time.
Yeah. So. Yeah, of course it's tough, but in the end for us tonight it was all right. Waiting long is okay when in the end it goes in your direction, so 3 times our direction. That's fine. I didn't see the first goal now. I think after that long time they probably made the right call. Yeah. So for us the same. So the 2 goals I saw back, and so that's fine.
One of the best coaches in the world, so it's always good feeling, but we just need to carry on. It's a good result for us. Hopefully it gives us more confidence, and just need to focus now in the cup, then in the league, and just need to carry on.
Yeah, I know it was a game of fine margins. All the goals, the 1 ruled out, the 2 that were given for you, it was all quite close.
Yeah, both of them. But in the end, we just get the result, which is very important. Also, we played a good game against a tough team, so hopefully it give us more confidence now.
Tell me, from a forwards point of view, like scoring goals, the wait while it gets confirmed or taken away, is that quite hard?
You mean my first one?
Yeah.
Is it mine?
I think it's yours.
Okay, great, thank you. No, honestly, I didn't know, because just the ball is in, the whistle, so they didn't say for which player exactly, but thanks for confirming that. Yes, anyone can score. The most important thing is the team. As a striker, I like to score. Darwin also like to score, so we're glad that we get both goals today.
Yeah, and they're a difficult team.
Yeah, of course, it's a difficult team, one of the best in the world at the moment. So.
Yeah, and you're having good days, bad days, not you, but the team. Yeah. So it's important you can try and put maybe more than 1 day.
I think it's important that win today give us more confidence. Especially we played a good game. Also we play with the ball, without the ball. We try to recover the ball quick. as you can see in the league, we're not doing great, but hopefully we do give us a little bit push, and we just need to win more games in the league.
Yeah, and is it perhaps important to go back to what you know best, that shape that you play, the 4-3-3? Does everybody know their jobs a bit easier?
Well, it's not my job, it's a gaffer job. So.
But did it feel more comfortable for you?
Yeah, but it's, any position make me comfortable. Like I'm happy about it, but you know, I play for that position for 5-6 years. I have to say yes, that position is the best for me. But I'm not the manager. The manager decides the tactics, and as a player, you have to follow the leader.
It was your goal. Well played.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
So Jurgen Klopp pleased with his team's performance. He mentioned Curtis Jones in that. Were you impressed with him?
Yeah, I was. I've seen him a lot in that position, coming through the academy. Steve McManaman obviously mentioned it during his commentary as well. He's seen him even more than me. That's always been his position. You know, he's almost, because Liverpool have been so strong in those front three positions over the last 5 years or whatever, then he's hardly got a look in the position really he's grown up with and played in. And he's been shuffled back into the midfield three. So it was nice to see him in a more advanced position today. He used to beat players, score goals. He was a real attacking threat, use his pace. But then, as I say, he got into the team as more of a midfielder. So nice to see him in that position, and he did himself a lot of justice. And
I guess tonight's win also puts Liverpool in a good position ahead of their game at the weekend against Spurs.
Well, they've got to make it count. You know, everyone thought they'd bounce back when they beat City 1-0, but then it didn't quite happen after that. So I think Jurgen Klopp, he alluded to in his interview, and we talked about it, the fact that they changed the tactic a little bit against an in-form, an excellent team that's been free scoring. I want to see, you know, Jurgen Klopp's one of the best coaches in the world, no doubt, and he's the right coach to take this team forwards. But I think it'd be pleasing for him to see how they set up, how they executed the game plan, how it worked, and whether they'll take some of that into the Premier League or not.
Lots of positives to build on from tonight?
I don't think there's any negatives, you know. I just thought they played really well. Professional performance against a really good team, great attacking players. I think he'll be delighted with the response. You know, they're obviously still missing some key players. But I thought they performed really well in a moment when they've got a bit of adversity in the league especially. But they're flying in the Champions League. And I think champions, they don't give up that easily. You know, this has been an iconic team, really, in the last five years. And they're not going to go away quietly. So I think Klopp will be really proud of his players.
I'm sure he will. OK, of course, there is more European football tomorrow. Back to winning ways at Anfield, and they kept a clean sheet. It was job done for Liverpool tonight. From one mo to another. Talk us through that goal then.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be delighted that it was credited to him. You could see his face light up. Darwin Nunez, you know, he rose well, headed it down, always difficult. And the goalkeeper made a decent enough save, but couldn't stop Mo Salah in the end. And I think he's bearing in on another record, isn't he, in terms of European goals? But yeah, it's a good night in the end for Liverpool. There've been a lot of pressure during the week, a lot of questions during the week, and I think they answered a lot of them today. Even though the game was a bit of a dead rubber for them, so we can see there the first attempt just not over, the second one well and truly was.
Keeper will be disappointed with that though. He's on his heels, and you can see that he's falling back into the goal. So the first one didn't quite go over the line, but because he is falling back on his heels, he can't recover in time to get that. But Mo Salah won't care.
Yeah, and look, as you can see on the bottom of your screen there, he's level with Steven Gerrard on 41 goals for the most goals scored in European competition for Liverpool Football Club. But then came the second goal, and again there was a little bit of confusion around this one as well, Owen.
Yeah, but you know what? Again, it's Tsimikas whipping it absolutely a perfect ball. He did it on the first one, did it on the second one. No, maybe this is a little recipe for Liverpool, you know, set pieces, keep clean sheets, obviously with Van Dijk and Nunez and Konata and the big presence that they have, you know, they're a huge threat on set pieces.
Yeah, that's the only one, didn't it? Because we all thought he was offside, didn't we?
Well, no,
at that point?
To be fair, I don't think he knows much about it, Nunez, does he? I mean, I think obviously the defender's just in behind him. Zielinski playing him onside. But again, if the delivery is good like it was from Tsimikas, and those guys can go attack the ball, then Liverpool should be one of the best teams in the Premier League on set pieces. We said before the game, keep clean sheets. With set pieces and Mo Salah, that's more than enough firepower.
One thing I would say as well, Seema, is, you know, we can criticise all we like and sit here all we like and say, oh, you know, they're taking 2 minutes, 3 minutes over those decisions. There were some really tight decisions today. And isn't it nice that we've got the right decisions every single time? I know some people love technology, some people hate it, but we've got 3 correct decisions there. The first goal being ruled offside, only just, but obviously the second 2 goals there, one that crossed the line and the second that was onside. Well,
let's actually have a look at that first decision that you're talking about, and this was Østigård, wasn't it? This took a while to come to the right decision, though, didn't it, Rachel?
Yeah, and when we saw it initially, you could see that Osman was definitely offside, and if Østigård hadn't been ruled, which we can see from this beautifully drawn 3D diagram here, that he has fractionally gone too early, that Osman would have been offside and interfering, and the goal would have been ruled out as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
But overall, for Liverpool Football Club, what does a win like this do for them, given the situation they were in coming into this match?
I think Mo Salah nailed it. You know, this is against one of the best teams in the world, the most informed team in Europe. So if you can keep a clean sheet against the highest scores in Serie A, the highest scores in the Champions League, you know, Rachel made the point. Trent Alexander-Arnold, he barely went over the middle line of the pitch. All the passes he played were from a deeper area, because obviously I think they wanted to be more defensively solid. And you'd have to say it worked tonight. So credit to Jurgen Klopp and the players for, you know, working the game plan and being effective on the break.
Yeah, and I guess the fans and the players wanted to show the reaction, didn't they, from that? We've seen a Liverpool side that are looking in better shape. They've had quite a few attempts as well to go ahead in this half.
They've had a few, nothing that's been standout, Seaman, no major chances where I think, oh, that's a big miss. That was probably a little bit heavy from Salah, give Curtis Jones not much of a chance. Napoli have had a reasonably high line and they've managed to penetrate it once or twice. Mo Salah at the end of the half nearly got in, just offside. There he got in down the right-hand side, pulled it back. It was actually Thiago that started the move and nearly finished it as well. But that was a nice sweeping counter-attack. And then probably one more effort from Curtis Jones. I just wonder whether on this occasion he could have punched his header down. The ball has got not much pace coming on it here. And he goes for sort of a float into the back post. I don't think that would ever go in. I think maybe a punch down at the near post was maybe the right option. But he's been decent in the first half, and that's the best Liverpool have mustered. It's not great, although they haven't given many chances away at the other end either.
Do you think they're looking a little bit better, though, than what we saw against Leeds United at the weekend?
I think they started positively. What I liked is they took their game to Napoli, played on the front foot. They, wanted to get the ball high up. They wanted to keep the ball high up and stop Napoli getting forwards, but they didn't have it their own way. All their own way. I think particularly Oliveira at left back has kept Mo Salah quite quiet, and Østigård as well at left centre half. Both have defensively really made the goalkeepers out. I think one proper save, Merritt, in the first half. So limiting chances.
We did talk about Kavita Harrisvailer, and what did you think of his performance against Trent in this opening half?
Seema, this is his first clip. 30 seconds in, little nutmeg, and then a shift out wide with his left foot. I mean, that's some start to a game there. Again, he's direct. He's getting after Trent every opportunity he can, doing Kanata for pace as well, which is really hard to do. I think he was hoping for a penalty, but there was nothing in it. But he's fantastic. He's so direct. We said before the game, he can go left or right. He's probably been the most interesting player to watch in that first half, because every time he touches the ball, he's trying to make something happen. Smart little 1-2s. And he's really positive. Really, really good to watch, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, and you can see on that left-hand side that James Milner is getting across to try and double up with them. Kanate was playing almost... The whole back line has shifted across to make those gaps, try and close those gaps. If it needs to be doubled up on, if he got past Trent, then there was backup for Liverpool. So I think they've dealt with him pretty well. He's been quiet after about 10 minutes.